Okay, so this is going to be good because now that I have an Alienware computer, I can simply make videos without having to like upload or anything. I can just talk directly into the camera, which is kind of what I want to do. And I don't know what I want to say. Basically, yeah, I watched a very good video by Myron Golden on how winners always quit. I think is the title. Basically, he says that contrary to popular belief, that humans typically think or follow that phrase where time is money, and that's not true. Basically, it's like the reverse, where time is just time and money is just money. They're totally two separate things. And I don't know. I feel like I might be wasting my. Well, I can't say that. Like on one hand, I feel like I could be wasting my time and money by coming here, but on the other hand, I'm like, this was probably the correct decision because I could have went to Costa Rica and chased that like American girl. Probably would have been a bad use of my time and also bad use of my money as well. But coming here, I don't have any connections, so I just have to like go solo. And yeah, it's been only like the first day, so obviously I don't have any connections. But I also have to like go out of my way and expend energy to make connections. And like in some ways, I feel like it's more productive just to stay on the computer because I can just use the internet and like research stuff and make stuff like this video and contact people and search stuff that's in my area and just have people come to me rather than me come to them. If that makes any sense. Um, and yeah, I'm battling so many thoughts in my head. It's not that big a deal, but yeah, I kind of wonder how much time I should spend in Bogota. I think I'm gonna also upload a video soon after this once I figure out how to make it easy to grab like my Google videos and put them on YouTube. And another thing I realize is there's no in there's just not it's not a possibility that my this YouTube channel will ever get successful because I don't upload consistently. I don't put enough effort in my videos. I pretty much just make videos for like self indulgence, and they're not even that useful to a lot of people, and they take too much time to parse through. But the reason I'm creating these videos is to kind of just have a recap of my life, and maybe in the future I can take some of my clips and my thoughts and distill them into more well-rounded videos if I have the time for that. But probably I won't. But still, content creation is definitely a good entrepreneur ability to have. So I at least want to put some stuff out there. And I guess with every video, and this is something I realized last time I was in Colombia, you can't just like upload videos. You have to have like a point and purpose and a message behind every single video. So I guess the point and purpose of this video is to kind of describe my experience in Bogota. And I will say that Bogota is very what I expected minus the people. The people I think are very straightforward in the way that like they are in like Boston or something like that. Like they just respond to you, do the minimal effort. Like if you're asking for directions, they might be a little bit kind and like walk with you a little bit just to like point you in the right direction. But then they'll explain it to you. They won't like go out of their way to really help you or something like that. And which is good because everybody I think has like a financial motive behind their actions and time. So it's like why go help the stranger that much? But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm also wondering if about a lot of stuff. Like I feel like I'm getting older because I'm 33. And like when I talk to the taxi cab drivers or when I ever mention my age to somebody, I'm like, yeah, I'm old. I can't uh, do X or something. And then people are like, oh no, you're so young. But like if you think about that, I don't think people would ever say that kind of thing to a young person. It's like the young person already knows they're young, like when you're 18 or whatever, and you have your whole life ahead of you. So anyway, I think the point of this video though is to say that Bogota is probably not where I belong because I think things are a little too expensive. The prices at the grocery market seems very similar to like what I would see in Boston, and less quality than Boston. And not that that's a bad thing necessarily, but it just feels like, when I go in the grocery store, it's just like, hey, there's like the Spanish people, and they live here, and they have families and everything, and they have like, nice things. They have a good city here, and the infrastructure is very good, and it's very well lit, but everything's just like kind of done. It's like there's nothing to figure out here, and it's like I don't think I like cities. I don't. I think I would prefer like a rural area and just have a nice small farm or something like that, and just like kind of live off the land but live free. I feel like this is a city, so you can't necessarily live free. Like all I need is like a connection to the internet, make some content, and have some money to like eat, and just let time pass. That's really all it takes. And when it comes to Bogota, it's just I don't know. It's sure like I can make money here, but I don't know. I think I'd if I can. Why bother with this place when I could just go to a cheaper place like Bucaramanga or like Sand Hill or whatever, like outside like some small town or pueblo or whatever, and just have it even cheaper and still have the same thing, but also have like stuff to figure out. Like it's just I don't know. It's a little too easy. Like I just come here. I'm in my apartment. So far, no real problems minus the electricity going up for like a couple hours. And it's just like I don't know. It's hard to explain, but everything just like figured out. And I need to explore more, so I can't spend a lot of time here. And like the city is good, but it's like it's too like fancy or something. Like the people don't care about one another unless like you're in a family or something like that. And I don't know, just not the I guess scene for somebody who's just traveling as a digital nomad solo and trying to get to know random people and stuff. And I guess I'm going to I don't know. I'm just in my apartment, and I also figured out how to hook up my work laptop to the travel router. So they're definitely going to think I'm still in like United States, pretty much. I put my IP as New York, so it's interesting. I think I'll just try to get some work done today, and then probably just play a lot of video games or something, and research stuff like talk in expat groups and see like if I can meet some people, even if they speak English or something like that. I think that'd be interesting. Ultimately, I don't think I'll make any strong connections here, so I'm kind of like on the fence. So like, why bother? I should just like move on already. Like I shouldn't even spend a lot of time here because I could just save a little bit of money and just get to find it like my real spot. And I don't think Bogota is my real spot, but yeah, it's interesting too because the taxi cab driver was saying like $80,000 is one of the cheaper houses here or apartments here in Colombia, Bogota, and $80,000 is just not uh, that little money. So, and that's the cheaper side, and then the more expensive side was probably like beyond $100,000 US. So, definitely just passing through this place, and I think I could find much better prices in Bucaramanga. I'm also going to probably go to Pereira, Manizales, and Armenia, and then Cali, something like that. So, should be interesting. I will. I don't know. I'll probably like get Tinder or something like that, and just try to meet women. But I kind of feel like that's not the correct path because last time I did that in Bucaramanga, sure I met a lot of women, but I don't think it could have ever like evolved into something greater. I tried to like lock down one girl, and I still talk with her, but I don't think. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll do my best to keep the relationship going, but I just don't think she wants to be settled with me. Maybe in the future or something like that, but we're just on our own different like paths. And I think she could have also been a foreign hunter or whatever, like a gringo hunter. Like she could have just been looking for a better lifestyle by getting with a gringo. Because I remember before I met her, I also matched with some girl who was her friend actually. And I was gonna go meet up with her friend, but luckily I didn't because the one that I met was much cuter and stuff, in my opinion, and a better attitude and everything. So it was good that I met them. But then I remember I was on a bus and I was just watching her friend on her phone. She was just swiping through Tinder like a madman, and just I could tell she was like searching for like a foreigner so she could like leave or like have them pay for her or something like that. I don't know what the real motive is because I don't know if they would really want to live in the United States. I do think ultimately Colombia is better, but I do think they just dream of traveling and finding what the. It's kind of like the grass is greener on the other side type of thing. So yeah, I think that's all it is. Because everybody's a human at the end of the day. Like we're all born of God. We all came from out of like a mom's womb, so we don't have like complete knowledge on where places are and everything. I'm sure we can like look stuff up, but we never really know. And a lot of people probably just have that urge, like, oh, there's got to be more to life, and that's true. But it's more of like a spirit thing and just being present to the moment, which is, um, which is what the important thing is, I guess. So yeah, so I think a lot of girls just want to like go to Europe and travel and live in these fancy places and do all these things. But it's like once that's all done, they're just like, okay. Like I like is they probably have like a preconceived expectation of like what they'll like, and then in the future, once they've experienced that thing, they're like, yeah, I actually don't like that. But on the way, I found this other thing that was really interesting. Maybe I'll go explore that more. And then life would just kind of take them on the ride, and a lot of energy would be spent, and yeah, that would be that. So anyway, I think I've said enough, and I think I'm just going to continue to enjoy my time here in Colombia, and yeah, we'll see what I decide. I might call some people and get some advice, and also talk to the expat group. But yeah, this has been fun. I also, I guess, while I'm here, since this is, I'm not looking for views, let's just do a stream of me checking out Numbio and cost of living. So I want to see Bogota's cost of living is compared to, let's say, should I do Bucaramanga? Why not? Oops. And let's just see what the differences here are. Oh, I can do this. So consumer prices are 23% lower. Consumer prices for rent are 30% lower. Rent prices in Bucaramanga are 50% lower. Restaurant prices in Bucaramanga are 23% lower. Groceries. So that's interesting. Seems like rent is quite a bit cheaper. Now, let me. I mean, we're at least looking at like a 20% lower rate for a lot of. Now, let me see. Actually, I want to check out Sand Hill compared to Bucaramanga. Oh, it doesn't show up here. Bucaramanga is even cheaper than Pereira. Now, what about Pereira compared to Mem or Okay, so they're pretty comparable. Armenia seems very cheap. So let's check Armenia compared to Cali. Okay, so yeah, this has been interesting. So it still seems like Bucaramanga is definitely the cheapest, and probably something outside of Bucaramanga, like Sand Hill, is going to be even cheaper. So that's probably where I'll look if I ever want to buy a home. But I still want to check out these other places just to get an idea of what they'll be like. And yeah, I guess that's all. So anyway, I've been checking out some videos and stuff. Anything else I want to look up while I'm on this call? I guess we could also take a look at. Let's go back to. And let's do Asunción, Paraguay. Dang, so Paraguay is still quite expensive, huh? Very interesting. I guess another thing I've been looking at is Enjoy Climate. So this book is pretty good. It kind of makes me realize how short life is and how if I continue to work for my employer, I will end up giving like 14 years of my life away to just other people and taxes and stuff. And that's 100% true. It's like 1/3 of the time I'm working, I'm just working for other people to just give them my money. And that's like my finite resource of the time in my life. So I think what this book promotes is like minimalism. So that's what I'm going to be looking at. I think I have a bunch of money saved. So if I can just convert that money into a small home and then live a very minimalistic lifestyle, that's going to be a play. So, I mean, I guess my current plan is to free myself by buying a small place in Bucaramanga. But I don't really need to do that also because I remember I spoke with somebody on Facebook and they were trying to get a roommate. Obviously, I don't know if I want to be roommates with Colombians and stuff, but for $5 a month, for $5 a day, essentially. So 5 times 31 is extremely cheap. And then if we multiply that by 12, I'm paying $2,000 a year, which is beyond nothing, especially if I just have an American salary, like any American salary. So that could be a play. And I just want to open up my time so I can work on stuff like just work on my ideas and stuff. I don't know if anyone's taken a look at this. It's kind of buggy too. It sucks that I wasn't able to like get this in a non-buggy state where I could like really push and show people what it's about. But yeah, I don't know why I have to like sometimes keep hitting that button. But it would be nice to just have total free time to constantly like work and improve on this thing. Just push out my own company. And yeah, I made this probably a year ago. More than a year ago. Kind of crazy. Because that was March of 2020. It's now April of 2023. So yeah, that's 1 year. And this is not going to push itself. Like I need to definitely put more work into this and get some people to look at this. I mean, there's so many people in the world. I remember let's see if I can take a look at my photos. Well, I'm not going to mess with it. Interesting how that's making that video. Anyway, I think I'm going to end this here. We'll see what else I make in my other video. Oh, damn, did my webcam stop? What if I switch to this? Oh, this is still working. But this webcam is not working. So let's try to add a webcam. And then yes, the most exciting content on YouTube. I'm sure I'm gonna get so many viewers. But let's see. Bing, bing. That's not what I want. I don't know how people do it. How do people create such high quality YouTube videos? How do they have the time for that? Like this video is probably, I don't know. I just want to make the video and have it done. I don't want to do all the uploading and all that stuff. It does not sound fun to me, but